Radiant team pick.
It should be working now, I hope. Good. Yeah, good to be back. I watched most of it. I was kind of in and out trying to do other things while waking up. But watched most of it. Yeah, eating, brushing my teeth, like trying to be awake. Yeah.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, first departure, they
10
kind of went with an
seconds
awkward
remaining.
draft, like you mentioned, the first pick Invoker. It worked out really well for them in that particular
5
hero, but
seconds remaining.
kind of as the game went on, they fell behind in some of
Radiant
their
team
lanes. And
ban.
just sort of the farm advantage, I think, really came back to beat them, and that was somewhat due to their draft and their laning. They didn't really have anyone who was very strong in lane. They sent Invoker mid, and when you pick him first, it gives
10
ample
seconds
opportunity
remaining.
for Orange to just pick something up that's going to beat Invoker in that mid lane. They went with an OD, and
5 seconds
unsurprisingly,
remaining.
you got like doubled up in farm in the first 10 minutes. That made it a little bit harder for him to come back.
Reserve
I think
time.
if they maybe just pick stronger lanes or wait a little bit longer into the draft before they pick some of the more unusual heroes, it could work out better for them.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Elder Titan's
Radiant
a hero that
team
wins a
ban.
lot, so that's not
Oh.
really that surprising. He's sitting at like a 60% win rate or something like that. Did you not unmute yourself on the stream?
Nope, I did not.
No, that's probably really confusing for them.
Yep.
Alright,
Well,
should be...
2
Yeah,
minutes.
whatever.
2 minutes.
5 seconds
Half the places
remaining.
don't even start casting until this far in the draft now
Exactly.
anyway.
That is true. That is true,
Reserve
people.
time.
Should be happy that you at least got to see the draft this far. There you go.
Right. So yeah, Elder Titan, definitely a hero that wins a ton, and he's... Some people would probably argue he's pretty overpowered, but it is what it is. He's in the pool, people pick him, they have the opportunity to ban him, and they choose not to. Orange are going to pick him up this game.
Yeah. No surprise there. Crystal Main removed as well, so another hero. Like, we already have got 4 heroes banned out that we saw in the previous
Dire
game:
team
Invoker,
ban.
CM, Weaver, and OD. Interesting that the Weaver still got banned out. I mean, wasn't really that impressed with the previous game. We have a Lion actually banned out in this game as well, which is not something that you see very often. But I guess up against the Mirana, she is she's normally considered a glass cannon, so a Finger of Death does quite a bit of damage to her, and of course the double disable
5
is really annoying
seconds
to deal with as well.
Yeah, Crystal Maid's definitely a support that's really just kind of become ultra popular, first pick type material, and seeing her banned out in the second phase if she manages to slip through that first picking phase is not really surprising. Just so many teams run her in a variety of ways nowadays that, you just don't really want to give that kind of support hero up in the second phase if you don't have to. Kind of wondering how Orange are going to run the Elder Titan, though. I haven't watched this really new Orange lineup since like post TI3 Orange. Southeast
Dire
Asian
team
Dota's
pick.
a little out of my time zone for most days.
Yeah, understandable. To be honest, Elder Titan, we've seen him in so many different roles that it's very hard to determine like where he's gonna go. We've seen him off lane, we've seen him mid, we've seen him support. We've even, I think we've seen him like, actually as a farmer on the one role once. Don't think it was an orange though, but it is, I mean, he is so versatile and he is always so good.
10 seconds remaining.
I would like to see him as an offlaner in this case, because I would really like for Orange to still have a support that has an actual disable, because that's something that they lack right now. And then have the Elder Titan offlane Visage and maybe perhaps a Sand King. I really liked the Sand King in previous game, though some epicenters were questionable. Or some teleports as well.
Sand King definitely had some trouble in that last game trying
Yeah.
to actually get the stuns off in epicenters that he wanted to, but it happens sometimes. You can't really get too frustrated with it, I don't
10
think.
seconds
But definitely,
remaining.
I think they need a support here that can have some sort of disable, and they go with a Rubik.
Radiant
That seems like it
team
can fill the role at least a little bit. Telekinesis isn't the greatest disable, but it's at least something. And when you're going up against a hero like Mirana, if you don't have some way to try and lock her down, she's just going to leap away from
Yeah.
pretty much every gank you send out. Fast-fingered Rubiks, if they can grab her in mid-leap with the telekinesis, works out pretty well.
Indeed, and of course you can steal unstable concoctions and arrows. Already he has got quite a nice couple of spells to steal, his Moonlight Shadow as well, a
10
great spell to
seconds
steal, and
remaining.
one is normally unexpected. So yeah, I really love the Rubik
5
pickup. I think
seconds
also we of
remaining.
course get a bit more view about what Elder Titan is actually going to do in that lineup. I guess for them they didn't find the
Reserve
Sand King
time.
working out enough. I don't blame them. I just really like Sand King because he's normally such a playmaker. But oh well, not in this game. Or perhaps on the side of First Departure. Are you expecting Alchemist to be a support role here?
I think Alcaz is probably going to be a support. Most teams seem to run him in a support role nowadays, just after the bit of changes and getting nerfed a little bit. So he's not quite as great at being a carry as he used to be. And running that support role seems to work out still. Unstable Concoction is a pretty great spell. Acid Spray with the armor reduction.
Dire team
Also
pick.
pretty good. You can just pick up that medallion on him early
Yeah.
and actually be able to put out a lot of damage from a support role.
Minus armor gaming. I wouldn't mind the support Alchemist. He's just so strong. And if you then have like Mirana coming in with an arrow and leaping forward, if there's an unstable concoction, of course it can set up for an arrow. Pretty decent. We have an H Prophet pickup, so that will be First Departure's off lane, or at least what we're gonna assume is an off lane for now. I mean, in theory, they could always put an H
10
Prophet mid or
seconds
safe lane and go
remaining.
for an aggressive tri lane somehow. It's all still. You could even have Mirana
5
mid
seconds
or Alchemist
remaining.
mid. We've seen that as well. So a lot of options still open for First Departure. I mean, in a
Reserve
way,
time.
we've seen Alchemist. Like we've seen every single one of these heroes solo lane. They don't need anything else. Done.
Queen of
It's kind of weird thinking about that
Radiant team
Alchemist, Mirana, and Nature's Prophet are their first 3 picks, and they all can be run in such a variety of roles.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell what First Departure are really doing right now. You kind of expect them to pick up at least one more support somewhere in here, but these could be their 3 cores very easily, and I don't really expect it. I think Support Alchemist is better than Farming Alchemist, and for them to be cores, it's pretty much going to be a one-role Alchemist at that point. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
10
But,
seconds
yeah.
remaining.
I guess, I mean, if you compare it to the previous draft they gave so much away in the first couple of picks, and now they just don't give anything away. I really like that in drafts, if you just make your enemies guess about what you're gonna do. Orange, they pick up a Queen of Pain though as a reply. Queen of Pain with a lot of burst damage, very strong up against the Moronic, and of course also blink after her after she leaps. But that's why we see Puck picked up. We're gonna see a skill matchup, Puck and Queen of Pain. Always a fun matchup to watch, and we haven't seen that in quite a long time.
And I think that's mostly because Queen of Pain has fallen more out of favor than Puck.
Yeah.
We see still a lot of Pucks picked up, but Queen of Pain doesn't really get seen the way she once did. Just kind of people's favoritism shifting away from that
5
particular hero,
seconds
going
remaining.
more towards pushing heroes like a Dragon Knight or stuff like OD, where he can kind of carry and just kind of dominates the mid lane.
Radiant
Looking for
team
these last
ban.
picks, though, it looks like Orange wants some sort of carry here. You kind of got to assume at this point that Elder Titan's going to be off lane
Yeah.
and not playing the one role. First Departure, with the Puck pickup, probably a support Alchemist and a farming Mirana, so looking for their final support. And they have a
10
ton of
seconds
options.
remaining.
If they just want to go max minus armor, Venge is still in the pool and
5
isn't
seconds remaining.
likely to be banned out. You see the Naga ban.
Yep.
That's another hero who has that minus armor.
And Bane
And
is
could be
still
a
on the
pretty
floor as
strong
well. I mean, if
10
you're talking about
seconds
setting up
remaining.
arrows and Alchemist stuns, that's pretty scary.
Definitely. Bane could work
5
really well
seconds
if they just
remaining.
want to go for kind of the wombo combo on the stuns, toss
Dire
that
team pick.
unstable concoction, throw an arrow.
Yeah.
Could work really well. Nightmare's a great setup spell for that.
I wouldn't mind seeing that one. Orange, I mean, I'm just seeing someone like be faster with the draft, but I just realized also because of that, both teams have burned through all of their bonus time. They're really thinking this through very hard.
There's not really that much reason not to at this point.
Remaining.
Might as well think it out. It gives you the extra time to really think about lanes
Yeah.
and what's going to happen, especially when we have a draft like First Departure, a Night Stalker.
Is this a farming
So-
Night Stalker? 'Cause I think it
it's
might
hard
be.
to say. It seems likely, just looking at their lineup, that it's the most likely role, but it could be a farming Elder Titan, like an offlane Queen of Pain and a mid Night Stalker as well.
Yeah, a lot of options. Okay. Am I just going blind right now, or did the eye that has the avatar of night, did it just blink? It didn't blink, right?
I didn't see it blink. I don't think you could like upload GIFs as your
No, I don't
avatar.
think so too. That's why I was kind of
5
scared.
seconds
But
remaining.
okay, I just think it was
Check the VOD later.
yeah, that was
Reserve
awkward.
time.
Okay, so that will be an Enigma last. That means a very greedy lineup, I think, here from First Departure. But they will have Marana, Alchemist, dual lane, then bottom, I would assume. Nature Prophet off lane, Enigma in the jungle, Puck on the mid lane. Yeah, I like the draft of First Departure a lot more than I did in the previous game, I have to say.
It feels like their draft can do a lot more, and they still don't have the strongest of lanes, but they do have more options with what to do with them this time. They'll have Enigma, who can really take advantage of that jungle. If he's doing well, he can move out, and Nature's Prophet can move in to the jungle to try and get some farm. And they just have more burst, I feel like, this game than they really did in the last.
Yeah.
Having a hero like Weaver makes it so you're not going to be able to really get those kills early unless the other team does something silly.
Yeah, very true. Let's see how they can make this work, and if they're indeed gonna lane it, as we said, they might. Same thing goes for Orange. So we have actually Sharky picking up the Night Stalker, so I'm guessing that's a safe lane Night Stalker right there. I feel like if this goes late game, I would put it in favor of, like, there's, in terms of hard carry potential, there's not really one of those heroes that you think, you know, that one is late game. I think we're gonna have, if it does make it to late game, we're gonna have a lot of team fights. Elder Titan is gonna have a big impact on that, but as well as Enigma. And Puck.
Well, it's kind of interesting that they picked Enigma into a Rubik.
Yes, that is true.
So both teams have a ton of team fight. Puck, Enigma, Alchemist has a pretty decent team fight. Obviously, Marana, if you get a great Moonlight Shadow off and catch them by surprise, can always be a big deal. But Elder Titan, Rubik, Queen of Pain, those are also really good team fight heroes.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What are they doing? No, just harassment. Not really any one of those very strong early game heroes. Perhaps if they can get a telekinesis off with Chibix. He's baiting out a leap right now. Here comes the Elder Titan's build. Alchemist charging up a stun. Can he find Ling? Yes, he can, but he won't go in on that one. Or will they? Or will they? Arrow! Oh my god, dodged! That was very close. And now with the arrow on cooldown, with the Alchemist on cooldown, Orange slowing down Chibix, but knowing that there's an arrow, no leap, perhaps they can still find him while he's on his way towards the tower. They look to be trying to pick him up. They can! Void is there as well. Alchemist on comes in again, but Chibix will get first blooded, because he died. Link gets the kill. Oh my god, that was... I kind of feel like that was First Departure's own mistake, picking up the arrow, kind of revealing there wasn't going to be a leap.
Yeah, they picked up the arrow on Ling and just kind of went for it. Thought they'd be able to get the kill. And the arrow was... Actually, Chibix picked up the arrow, and they went for it, gave away that there's no leap. They were a little slow in the arrow. I don't know if it was just he was slightly too far, but they dodge it regardless, and then...
Yeah.
They had already tried to re-engage. Once that arrow missed, I think they had to just completely disengage because the fight's over.
Yeah.
And instead they tried to run to the tier 1 tower, ended up in kind of the no man's land in between the two, and got killed.
Yep, could have run towards tier 2 and be just fine. Let's take a look at who's playing what exactly, as we of course already had a bit of an introduction. But on the set of Orange, the stand-in is Ice, one that people should be familiar with. Wait a second, arrow indeed. Winter in a lot of trouble. It's just an arrow though, just right clicks, but it seems to be almost enough. No, it's not enough. It is not enough. The salve comes out and Winter will be safe. So Winter is indeed on the offlane here, playing the Elder Titan, having a fun time with the spirit, annoying people. In the meantime, another aggression. Ice might be in some trouble, but it's gonna be Yamate that blinks forward. Telekinesis there as well. Yamate, come back! Nope, never mind. He was already on his way to the orb, and that means that yeah, Ice or Puck is gonna be fine. But Yamate playing the Queen of Pain, action all over the map. Ling will play the Visage. She was of course the one to pick up the first blood, and then last but not least it is Sharky on the Night Stalker, and I'll leave I'll leave first departure to you.
First departure going to be on the Radiant side. We're going to have a Hannah CH on the Nature's Prophet. He's hanging out in the off lane, mid lane, going to be handled by Mitter Feed on the Puck. And finally, their safe tri lane. We're going to have Chibi farming on the Marana. Kai is going to take up the support Alchemist, and finally farming in that jungle will be Lubby on the Enigma.
Yeah, looks like they might be, they were just rotating for the rune, which is top. It's a regen. Will be guarded by 9. 9 is hanging around a lot here on the middle lane. And it's not bad. But I'm kind of feeling he is also intruding a bit on the experience of Yamate. Even though, by the looks of it, he is still doing just fine, actually. Pelozon is still half a level behind.
And really, 9 isn't taking up that much experience. He's really only coming in sort of as the creep wave is already dead or really not taking damage to try and take as little experience as possible while also making things absolutely terrible for the Puck. I think this is the lane that they're most concerned about trying to secure the farm in. They know top lane's going to be really easy just because it's a Nature's Prophet up there. He can't contest the tri lane.
Ooh. Skill matchup. It just goes to show. Pretty close there. The silence coming out from Puck. Yamate will have 2 extra tangos though, and his bottle is actually coming on the courier. Nature's Prophet is gonna snipe that courier though. If he gets that, I mean, the courier can be upgraded right now. There we go. 3 minutes in. Hana won't get it. Shouldn't be able to. Nope. Sees that it's flying. Can't do anything against it.
He actually gets spotted out, but they're not really going to be able to go for him. Yeah, I'm just thinking about it though. Not gonna have enough mana to really go for it at this point, though.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet was only level 2. If he was having that bottle earlier, perhaps he can do it. Oh, Pelozon is actually having his bottle still in the courier. He has to be very careful here. One scream could actually kill him off. Of course, that only happens if there's a phase shift baited out. Perhaps Puck will leave Hana to take up the experience and farm while he is going back to heal up. Nah, he's just gonna hang around as well. Bit of backup, but he has to be so careful.
Hana's spending a lot of time kind of just soaking up some experience in the mid lane. I'm surprised that they're willing to spread it that way. Nature's Prophet's important, but Puck is already kind of behind on experience by about half of a level. So putting him any further behind is not ideal. Hana might be in trouble here.
Yep, in comes also 9, looking to telekinesis. Yep, on ward of the high ground, that's what you get for it. Nature's Prophet will fly out, but doesn't matter. Ice picks up the kill. Nice pickup and good rotation again from Ice. He has been all over the place. He's level 2 with that kill as well, so yeah, doing good. Going the right way. Ooh.
Meanwhile, we have Enigma sneaking up here on Yamata. It might be in some trouble, but he does have the mana to blink. I don't know if they can actually get this kill.
Yeah, perhaps if he jumps himself over. He does jump himself over. The silence is not there in time though, and that's not going to help out. No Malefice coming out either, I think. Was it, would you class that as miscommunication, or would they have only gone for that if the orb would have hit?
I think they really needed the damage from the orb to hit. Puck used it to kind of close the gap, but even with the silence and the Malefice, it's only a 1.5 second silence at this stage. And I don't think they have the burst to kill Queen of Pain that time.
I have to express my gratitude for Chibix not going for a Hand of Midas. For Kai not going for a Hand of Midas. For Lobby not having a Hand of Midas. It's only 5 minutes into the game, I realize that, but I would only grant it for Hana.
It would be pretty unreasonable if Kai had a Hand of Midas at this point. He's sitting on no items, support Alchemist.
He could still do it. Word.
It could still happen.
Perhaps. I wouldn't actually. I actually saw that a couple of days ago where a support Alchemist was indeed some point just going for Hand of Midas, and talking about Hand of Midas, there's your Hand of Midas on the Night Stalker, but just on a support Alchemist it can really turn him into more than just a support again. I really like that. Like, he's one of the supports that I would say, you know what, granted, you can have one. There you go.
Well, it's because he used to be a carry too, and he's so good at farming, it makes a lot of sense to just pick up an item like that on him. It's really kind of still disturbing to me to see it on stuff like Rubik and Crystal Maiden, but I guess that's what we're looking at now, so...
Nope. Until it gets nerfed. Haste Rune guarded by the Alchemist. Looks like nobody is really making his way over to get it though. We do have someone making his way over. Again, Ice coming in for the Puck. It looks like he is out safe though. And 9 actually taking quite a lot of harassment from that tower. Has to be careful. Yeah, and he has to be even more careful because in comes the Hasted Alchemist with the stun, with the punch. That's a kill, but he runs! Sonic Wave. Wow, that's gonna happen. And in the end, I actually favored this exchange for orange because Yamate gets a kill. And that's the mid matchup kind of taken out of balance, I think, for Pelosa.
It was already a little out of balance. Yamate's been leading in just kind of the levels in this lane. He got that kill on Nature's Prophet earlier. I guess Rubik got the last hit, but he was there for it. And yeah, another kill. That was a solo kill experience for him. Just getting more and more experience on this puck and forcing him kind of out of the lane quite often. He's bottle crowing like mad.
Yep, in the meantime, Hana is not able to get that much on top either. He's only got 4 last hits. He managed to get level 3. I mean, he got level 2 in the mid lane earlier. And then got level 3 on the top lane still, but now he will be rotating into the jungle. At least I hope that he will. Because he can't really stop the top lane. By the way, we haven't really looked at the Night Stalker all that much, but he's highest on last hits. And he is the Hand of Midas. He is going to be a very scary Night Stalker, though nighttime is almost over again. You can compare him to the Murano. Murano is sitting on 42 last hits compared to the 48 of the Night Stalker, but doesn't have a Hand of Midas.
Mid lane.
We have a fight middle indeed. Down goes the Queen of Pain. Pelozon! Ooh. Tower won't kill him off, and Kai actually still hanging around, getting slowed down. I'm not sure what he was. What was he doing still there? He turned around. He might actually still drop. Soul Assumption comes out for him. Doesn't take him down. He's charging up a stun. Will end up stunning himself, committing suicide with that one. I don't think that was needed, but you know, it's nice. It doesn't
I
get a
think he
kill.
was expecting to have to stun Ling on the Visage, and when Visage didn't chase, he kind of ended up in a situation like, oh, now I'm going to just kill myself. That's no good.
Yep.
But at least he doesn't give up a kill. It could have been bad, and they did get the kill on the Queen of Pain there, so it's also a pretty important kill for them to pick up.
True. That is indeed very true. Orange, in the meantime, has got a Visage sitting at level 6.5. Rubik is still at level 3 though. Whoa, wait a second. Yamate looks to be having a bit of a hate towards the puck, but he has a regen rune, so that'll be okay. But taking a look at the other two supports, I mean, we have got the Alchemist sitting at level 4. So slightly higher than Ice only. And I guess we can compare the Enigma to the Visage, but Enigma is level 7, so he's doing a lot better. I mean, that's one of the things that right now in this game is one of the bigger differences. Is that First Departure has got that extra jungle hero to take farm in the jungle, while Orange... I mean, they're trying to take farm in the jungle with the Visage and all that, but it's not going to be as effective as the Enigma, as Alchemist will end up stunning himself again. I guess because of that extra farming hero on the offlane, in the jungle, it's okay that Nature's Prophet doesn't really have that much. Because, you know, he's still level 4.
It's kind of the downside to this, though. They have that jungle farmer, and he's taking up a lot of space that normally Hana on the Nature's Prophet would have been taking advantage of. So Nature's Prophet was kind of just stuck up in that top lane. He didn't really have anywhere else to go, and that matchup is so bad that they didn't even have to keep 2 supports up there. Just having Ling was enough to completely force Hana out of the lane. So they had the Visage, the Night Stalker up there. They were able to send the Rubik to the mid lane to just kind of camp the puck and created the advantage that they've just really developed in both of those lanes. They're losing bottom lane, but you kind of expect that. And Elder Titan is getting a lot of levels, especially by comparison to Hana and the Nature's Prophet. So it's not even that bad, really.
I was gonna say I was surprised by his levels, but yeah, I'm still surprised by his levels. Didn't go for any level in Earthsplitter just yet. Perhaps he wants to get that at level 9 and then rotate, but I guess, yeah, he doesn't really have to leave just yet. He is fine with being here on the bottom lane. As you said, he might not get the best of farm, but he gets really great levels at this point. Here comes another arrow, though. Will not hit. They keep coming, they keep attempting it. Just not working out just yet. Puck made a rotation that didn't end up working out either, leaving Yamate to free farm in the middle lane. Feel kind of scared for First Departure, but apparently they are also a bit wary that something needs to happen and tries to go for something on the bottom lane for a bit of a push, but in the end just waste a lot of time. Unless they can still get this tower, but it looks like they're kind of taking it too slow. In the meantime, Night Stalker has taken a tower already by himself, so it's not even going to be a trade anymore. I'm actually thinking that Night Stalker might just want to rotate. He has got his darkness, so yeah, teleporting from Yamate. Night Stalker is the only one that's missing together with the Visage. Can they make it happen? Yep, in comes another teleport. Tower comes in. Tower goes down rather. Sonic Wave still hits up on Mirani. She pops herself. Yamate takes a lot of damage. Will get picked up. The black hole is a bit awkward. Doesn't catch anybody. Gets a lot of air. The smoke is up. Sharky. Ah, the Moonlight Shadow saving the life. Chibix, run! Or are they gonna fight this again? Yes, Alchemist charging up a stun. Looking for someone to take down. Goes for Sharky. There's an arrow as well. They will land it. There's enough damage with the orb. Pelozon takes the kill. Enigma actually coming in as well for the kill. And Winter, Dream Coil together with Ling. Soul Assumption still gets dodged by Pelozon. And I guess that is the exit for first departure. Nature's Prophet is home safe. Everybody backs off. That was great control showed by first departure. Getting 2 of the core heroes of Orange in the process. Although the black hole was a bit awkward.
It was a definitely good fight for first departure to get all those kills. And yeah, the black hole was super awkward. It didn't really catch anything, but it did force Elder Titan back, which may have been really the point.
Yeah, I guess. It's, you know.
He's lucky, basically, that Rubik wasn't level 6.
That is very
true. Completely airballed, and Rubik was close by. But I'm sure they were aware. Rubik wasn't level 6, didn't have to really be concerned about it.
Yeah.
We're able to just throw it there. It ends up working out, and first departure get the tower. They get a bunch of kills, or I guess 2 kills. But they were both on really, really important heroes. So, yeah, things looking good for first departure. They take more fights like that. They can pretty much secure themselves a solid lead heading into the later mid-game.
Yeah, and looks like Chibix's spider senses are working out just fine. Now, he doesn't have a ward near his tower, but there are quite a few people looking to hunt him down. 4 heroes here from Orange. Looking to take down a tier 1 tower. There's no fortification, so at least they should be getting a tower, but perhaps they can get themselves a return kill here on the middle lane. If they can get Yamate in a tier 1 tower, that would be a better trade for them. For now though, they're not gonna go for the tower at least. Perhaps for the kill, but no, they'll just lose their tier 1 bottom. They're too slow with pushing the tier 1 mid. Or are they? Or are they?
Dire's middle tower, Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Well, looks like they're gonna be okay for now. There's no fortification on Orange's side either. Winter might be able to make something happen, but he doesn't have an Earth Splitter. In comes the teleport. This is the Night Stalker who gets arrowed in the face. Starstorm doesn't come out. He just leaps himself away. Stun in the meantime up by Yamate, but again, they don't go for this. Lobby running for his life, getting silenced off. Sonic Wave to death. Well, that's the only kill for now. A lot of rotation first out. This is a turn and burn. Apparently, Ling gets picked up. Nice Dream Coil. Winter stuck again. Chibix, slow it down. Alchemist stun still hits. The arrow as well. Winter might actually go down from that. A couple of hits needed. That would be the kill. Kai comes in. That's a kill right there. Puck gets it. Sharky still chasing that puck down though. Not able to orb himself to the low ground. Unfortunately for him, as Nature's Prophet gets picked up still by the Queen of Pain. Yamate. Triple kill. Able to pick everybody off on the backside. And his tower is still standing in the nigh range nonetheless, but it is a fight that actually goes to Orange. First departure went back in, but they shouldn't have.
They thought they had it. They went in. They had a lot of good use of their abilities, landing stuns and then arrows. But they didn't really take out the key heroes. Like they used a lot of abilities on Elder Titan, who was just pretty tanky. And in the meantime, Queen of Pain blinked in, was able to do a lot of magic damage in the back of the fight. Night Stalker was chasing heroes down around the tower. The puck who went in a little too far couldn't really get out in time. And it ends up turning around and a little bit in favor of Orange, but the fact that they also got the tier 1 tower bottom and were able to save the tower mid makes it look real good for them.
Yeah, and they're not done just yet. They want to try and find the Nature's Prophet again. And I think that's going to be successful. There's no Sonic Wave though, and I think if Nature's Prophet just sprouts and he just keeps running, that's going to be okay as well. Sharky might be... no, he's too late. It's nighttime though. This is their time, their moment. They've got 3 top. I'm expecting them to rotate middle again because that's where first departure is. In comes a blink from Pelozon. Goes for the Sun Upon Winter again. That's going to be at least an Elder Titan dead. Tower is also dead, but that was a denied tower for the Elder Titan, so they can't get that one anymore. But good pickup still. I mean, they get something in return. It's 8-8 in the kill score. And the experience graph and gold graph look both fairly even. Just drop back and forth on both sides. As Chibix is still continuing farming. He's going for a Linken's by the looks of it.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably going to be Linken's with the Ultimate Orb and the Ring of Health. It could still be a Manta, but I think Linken's probably more likely at this point. Otherwise, the Ring of Health looks a little silly.
Yeah, slightly. I'm not hating the Linken's, but there's a lot of things that can actually pop the Lincoln. So, starting to doubt if a BKB wouldn't be better if she goes for a defensive item. I guess she also wants a bit of the stats. Moonlight Shadow, initiating, Malefice, Arrow, Starstorm, it's enough. They go for the Black Hole as well, just in case. They get Ling in it, and they should be able to get the kill. Mirana gets a double kill. In comes 9. He has got level 6, so he really wants to get that black hole run, Lobby. He doesn't have mana. Oh, now he does. Create some Eidolons. Create the Eidolons. Create the Eidolons. They can steal that black hole still. The vision is there. That's a slow. That's a black hole stolen. Right there. Arrow hits though. Chibix knows that he has to take down 9. The telekinesis there. 9 will still go down from the second star. Sharky. Silence up. He will end up dropping, but he will at least take down the Enigma with him. As we have got Winter coming in from the side. Well, he's going to regret that by the looks of it. There's not a lot of mana up on anybody of first departure though. Perhaps they can get themselves an arrow. Yeah, that was an arrow snipe. That was a nice kill. Double kill for Chibix again. That's mean that he has got 4 kills. Just over the course of a couple of minutes on the side of Orange. That's a pretty big fight for first departure. A nice kill on the Rubik. Because otherwise they would have had a black hole.
That was just so greedy from Orange. They wanted the black hole steal so bad that they chased them down all the way behind where the tier 1 tower used to stand, and I just don't know what they really expected to happen. Unless 9 got an amazing black hole, they caught like 3 heroes. They were running way into the opponent's territory, and they weren't in a really great position. Queen of Pain was still down, wasn't going to be able to really help them, and Visage wasn't really that close by either. So they ended up just giving away 3 kills effectively.
Yeah, that is, well, not worth it. That's to say the least. On the bright side for first departure, or on the bright side for Orange, first departure didn't get any towers or any kind of extra map control off the back of that one. Just they got a lot of gold, which is still nice, but still all the tier 1 towers that were standing before then, which is only the tier 1 top, is still standing right now. Towers are actually even across the map, which is better for first departure in this case actually, because of their tier 1 tower still standing in the mid lane, giving them at least a bit of access to Roshan for later on. Gold graph, because of previous fight, goes back inside the favor of first departure, but experience graph shows it more clearly. 5k in their favor, and it comes down to having level 13 for the Marauder. I mean, still, considering there's a Hand of Midas on the side of Orange, which should in theory bring the experience back in the hands of Orange. Yeah, considering that first departure doing just fine. Hand of Midas also on the Nature's Prophet, of course, though, so that makes it even, I guess. Ooh. Aghanims on the Night Stalker. Ooh, also smoke up for Orange.
It looks like they want to go for Chibix over here. I don't know if they're going to have a ton of success with it. He might wait too long. Maybe he's in trouble with the Lincoln's already popped.
Blinks, TPs. Let's see if they can get some vision. Nope. That's gonna be too late. Well, that's a wasted smoke. A lot of rotations coming up for that one. And the tier 1 tower top is already down, so if Orange wants to make something out of this, they have to try and pick up the tier 2. In which case, they're going to be having a bit of a tough time, because there's a black hole again, and this time there's a Blink Dagger. Blink Dagger, wow. Blink Dagger for the Enigma on lobby. So that's, if that turns into a fight, that's not going to be one that they want to take in. Indeed, it is not. Arrow will fly, will miss. And even Puck checks it out. I mean, there's a lot of initiation power coming up from first departure with the Puck blink, with the Blink Dagger on the Enigma. It looks pretty scary, as we do have a haste rune now for Sharky. And with his Aghanims, I have to say, I mean, this is a safe lane Night Stalker, of course. But I'm not too impressed, because normally you'd see Night Stalker just so much more active. I don't know. I don't know if I like the safe lane farming Night Stalker. Why do I want to say Nature's Prophet all the time?
I don't know.
Oh, blinks in, silence up, Dreamco on 2. Lobby really wanted to have a black hole, but he can't really get it. Now he gets stunned up and silence, and he has to run from this one again. Perhaps he still wants to turn this around. Perhaps he still wants to get the black hole. 9 is around there, though, and he has to get a black hole with 9. Oh, there we go! That's gonna be 3, but instantly the stun. Can 9 steal that black hole? No, he can't. He stole the orb. Tries to get himself out. Will be able to do that indeed. In the meantime, Chibix trying to get the Rubik, doesn't get it. The arrow will whiff. In the meantime, Night Stalker dies to the Puck. Chibix still trying to chase down that Rubik. Can he get it? Yamate coming in to help out the orb. He has to dodge that. He has a leap in 4 seconds. It will be safe as Winter backs off. In the end, it is 2 for 1. Nature's Prophet dying for Night Stalker and a Visage. That was a pretty neat black hole, though. It's a shame he got interrupted. Familiar disables, I believe.
I think that's the case too. I actually was going to comment on that right before the fight started. I'm surprised he went for the Blink Dagger over BKB. I think the initiation coming out on the side of first departure is already so good with both the Alchemist and the Puck, and they also have Moonlight Shadow that's sometimes going to work.
Yeah.
he might have been just better off grabbing a BKB and just walking into those fights. If they ever land a couple hero coil, he pops BKB and just walk in and get a big black hole.
You're right. In this case, I mean, it would have been different. Would have been better. Making sure it doesn't get interrupted. The only thing... Actually, there's nothing that can interrupt him if he has a BKB.
Well, it's another black hole.
Yeah, okay. Rubik can throw out a black hole and then it can interrupt him. Fair enough. That is
But
actually
not
pretty...
super likely, but it could happen.
It could actually, yeah. I mean, from what it looks like right now, Enigma is making sure that, you know, 9 cannot steal it normally. So he's having that one on the radar, but it is definitely possible. As the arrows actually hits up on Yamate, the stun as well. Whoa, that minus armor is so big. Sharky gets Malefist, tries to go for something. The Titan Earth Splitter coming out, actually hits up on Lubby. He doesn't have a black hole right now as Sharky gets sprouted in tower range. Dreamcoil there, that's a kill for the Nature's Prophet. Looking for the next one, looking for the Rubik. A couple of hits needed, and that will be the 4th kill. As also the... Oh, everybody dies. That's a team wipe. That is pretty impressive with no team fight abilities, and I would say Orange... Overextension at its finest. Don't fight next to a tier 1 tower of your enemy team.
Yeah, Orange are just taking fights that aren't really that beneficial for them. They're kind of in a position where they have to, though. First Departure are constantly staying near their towers and just willing to farm it up because as the game goes on, their lineup is looking better and better. Orange, they have this Night Stalker as in their carry role. He really wants to make something happen, and he's not having the success.
Yeah, I agree. It's not working out as I was hoping for them it would. Also, though, the arrow that set up for Yamate's kill was pretty impressive. It was a pretty good one, and that did set up for the whole fight. Tier 2 tower doesn't get taken off the back of that. Is actually it is in the deny range, so they will be able to deny that one. And that's going to be the third decide. Well, it's the third denied tower. They denied the tier 1 top, the tier 1 mid, now also the tier 2 mid. That's a pretty big deal, actually. A lot of gold denied.
Yeah, but even with all that gold denied, the lead is starting to pile up on the side of First Departure. It's like 8k at this point.
That's true. Nice, nice hunt. Orange. With Ling and Sharky able to get themselves the Mirana. And actually, they're not done there. Again, going into this. Maybe trying to force out Mirana to buy back. She can do that. But Nature's Prophet is going to try to force them back again by split pushing. I mean, that's something that First Departure still has. Over the entire time, First Departure can continuously split push this.
And there's really nothing that Orange can do to force a buyback out at this stage of the game. They have all the tier 2 still up, and they don't really have good pushing on any of their heroes, realistically. If they get a pick off on Mirana, they can get that tier 1 mid, but that's not really that much at this stage of the game.
Yeah, looks like Rubik kinda had an accident in the mid lane. Unfortunate accident, it was a bit too far out, got hit by the unstable concoction, that was a pretty long duration. First Departure actually smoked up after that. They have got a Queen of Pain maybe as a target in the top lane. They walked through a smoke, through a sentry ward though, so perhaps Orange saw that, but... Yeah, Yamate is back, Alchemist wound up stunning himself. Ping has actually come out as well. They know where they are.
They're both just kind of waiting by each other now. It looks like Orange are aware that the smoke went off, going for a smoke of their own. This is pretty aggressive by them, but this could be their first engagement kind of off a tower and not chasing too far if they get it. It looks like First Departure is just going to back off though, so both teams going to smoke and waste some time. Nothing really going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, at this point also, we're gonna see perhaps a fight over Roshan, or at least the next person that will take a fight will either go for Courier. Excuse me. They won't go for the Courier, they didn't reveal them, so they're gonna just try and go for this. Sharky running in first, looking for a silence, gets it up on the Alchemist, who's still running, doesn't have an unstable concoction, but does have a blink. And that's gonna be him safe again, the Fate Bolt still up on Lubby, but also not gonna happen there. Wow. If you're Orange right now, how much would you have given to just go for the Courier instead of trying to fight something that you can't?
Yeah, it was a decision making. They just had to sit there and think, do we go for this Courier and maybe get it and give it away that we're running in, or do we think we can get some hero kills? They thought they'd be able to grab the hero kills, and maybe if Sharky doesn't go for the silence first on Alchemist, they're able to do that. but they need to hit him with something that did damage and slowed, like Void, because he has a Blink Dagger, so that's not ever going to really work.
I like Alchemist Blink Dagger.
It's really good for initiation.
As if they didn't have enough initiation. I mean, they've got leaps, they've got Blink Daggers, they've got orbs, they've got teleports. Everybody has some kind of movement, and Nature's Prophet also has a Force Staff, so this is like Mobility Team 101. Arrow. Oh. Oh! Long range arrow! Will they fly? Will they go? No. No, they won't.
They're pretty far, and that's a really aggressive spot to go, and they don't know where everyone really is yet.
Yeah.
But Sharky has just been arrow bait this entire game.
It's true. That is true. Alchemist stuns himself again, so I guess they back off. Yeah. Again, I'm not too impressed with the Night Stalker on a safe lane. It's not that it's Sharky, it's just the whole Night Stalker idea. I mean, if they had something like a gyrocopter there, as Queen of Pain gets picked up on the top lane, but if they had something like a gyrocopter, the game would look so different. And I think they would have had way better late game.
I mean, it's possible. If it also could have gone a lot better with this Night Stalker if they had just not kind of given away a bunch of silly kills heading into that mid game. With this kind of lineup where they had the Queen of Pain mid, the Night Stalker safe lane, they could have transitioned into a really aggressive sort of chase and pick off and then push strategy, but they gave up a lot of really unfortunate and probably not necessary kills that put them in a position where they weren't as strong as they needed to be. And now we're transitioning to that later game where that split push from Nature's Prophet is going to really start hurting them.
Yeah. Roshan is going to be helping Orange out a bit though. He's going to give an Aegis. Gives him a bit of an edge. And they need that. They definitely do. They will lose their tier 2 tower still, I think, regardless of Aegis. So at least First Departure manages to change to exchange the Roshan for an Aegis. In comes the stun. Winter trying to force stuff forward. His mechanism keeping him up for a little bit longer, but it doesn't matter. Sniped by Mirana. Mirana will get stunned by the familiars. Manta Styles tries to run in, comes a Black Hole, only catches Sharky, but that's enough. Sonic Wave still clears out when Sharky drops his Aegis. Rubik not around. Rubik, they're stolen. Gets only the Midnight Pulse. Sharky bought back. Rubik was already dead though. It's 3 dead. 2 left alive on the side of Orange. While Sharky is forced to turn on his BKB to get himself away. The arrow will miss because of the BKB as well. Yamate and Sharky, they can't stop this push. They don't have an Aegis. They're just with the 2 of them. They don't have a Sonic Wave. They can't do this. They have to just let First Departure rage through their base and hope that they back off. Or hope that their Elder Titan comes back.
The game is looking pretty close to over at this point. If they can't take that fight, even killing 1 hero, they gave up 3 and an Aegis for that. That's pretty much everything they have. They're not going to get a more advantageous fight for them unless they get amazing initiation. And with all the initiation on the side of First Departure, that's not really going to happen.
Like that one? Like blinking in with the sun up on Yamate. There goes the telekinesis up on Chivix though. He is going to get dropped real fast. This is a fight that Orange was waiting for, hoping that First Departure was overextending, and that's exactly what they're doing. They will only get 2 kills off the back of that, but 2 kills are kills that they're going to be very happy with. They just, of course, they still lost their barracks, so how happy can you still be? But nonetheless, they get themselves 2 heroes. At least they didn't go home with nothing.
I think that's a calculated risk by First Departure there. They have a pretty big advantage at this point, and if they get those kills, they win the game. They're just going to take mid lane off of the back of that fight because they're in the base, the tier 3 and barracks top are gone. They only give away 2 kills for the chance to just completely close it out. Maybe they didn't want to, back off, have to reassemble, take another fight in the mid lane or something. So I don't hate that play. It was a little bit of overextension, but if it worked out for them, they look like geniuses.
Yes, that is true. That is true. First Departure now with no Aegis on the board anymore. And I mean, the Aegis was also a nice distraction from the top lane to make sure that everybody came in 1 by 1, so that definitely helped them out slightly. But how are they gonna try to break the rest of the high ground is my question to you, because if they just go bottom right now with 5 people, Orange is gonna be way more prepared than they were the previous game. Elder Titan is actually gonna be able to have a bigger impact on the fight because he just got picked off before the fight actually happened. And that's a big deal because he is most of their team fight if Rubik doesn't steal anything.
Well, there's a lot of initiation though and ability to catch people out on the side of First Departure. They have so many stuns and ways to close gaps. At this point, they can just kind of throw Alchemist forward, try and catch someone out, and maybe just wait for Orange to have to react and close on him, and then if they get too close, they still have that blink black hole. It's going to be kind of a positioning fight. They're going to have to sort of try and prod each other's defenses repeatedly and see who can find the opening. And thus far, this game has been first departure.
Yeah. Positioning also very important indeed for Orange. I mean, Winter has to get everything perfect with his spells. Sonic Wave. So many positioning heroes. And it looks like First Spark is already trying for something. The arrow has already missed. Chemical Rage picked up by Ice. It's pretty decent. Oh my god! Alchemist! Those familiars. In comes Yamate, a Sonic Wave. That's already an Alchemist dead. Orange is the one to initiate, but in comes a black hole. That's gonna be one uninterrupted black hole, but it doesn't really matter all that much. There was no damage. Lobby had his BKB on, but he tries to run for it right now. Puck gets picked up. Lobby gets picked up. That's 3 down, 2 to go. One is able to teleport himself out, and the other one has been able to. Whoa. Other way. Leap away. He's gonna be able to make it out as well. But that was the perfect fight for Orange to take. Brilliantly done.
Under attack.
And just a bit of overextension from First Departure. Those familiars on the Alchemist, those hurt like hell. Nice Chemical Rage steal from the Rubik though, even though he still died.
It was a combination of the familiars and the Elder Titan Spirit scouting them out, just blocking that Alchemist from getting the blink off. And he got stuck in the trees, taking a lot of damage. They had the vision on him as he tried to retreat away and knew exactly where First Departure were, so they got a great initiation off. Took down one of their better stuns immediately in the form of the Alchemist.
Yeah.
Proceeded to take the team fight in the back of that. They just didn't have really the positioning to take advantage of that black hole that they got off. It got like 4 heroes for like a full duration or something like that.
Yeah.
And they did nothing with it. It just did no damage because Puck, Marana really weren't in a position to do anything.
No, Puck was Yule Sceptering himself, and Marana was on the other side of the fight. It's a shame. And Alchemist, of course, wasn't there with the acid spray, which definitely helps their fight because of that minus armor. But, well, they're gonna probably try again. Arrow will fly to see if he can scout out Yamate, but he is already teleporting himself away in a different part of the jungle. Let's see what this courier is bringing. Taking a look at the items, we've got ourselves Chibix building for something like an MKB, perhaps? Or perhaps, Deadless. Wouldn't be surprised by either of the two. Just some extra damage would be very decent. I was actually hoping for a Desolator though. But then again, I just like Desolators. Alchemist, sitting on 600 gold. Not really too impressive. We have got a Scythe of Ice though on the puck, and that will make a big difference. BKB Black Hole is not yet up for Enigma, or at least BKB is, but he's still 1 minute away from having a Black Hole. I'm also a bit disappointed by Nature's Prophet farm, to be honest. Considering he is a Nature's Prophet and he has got himself a Hand of Midas, he only is forced on level 2 on his Necronomicon.
It's a little surprising, but I think they really committed a lot to Lobby this game, and it's been working out for them.
Chibix leaping away, Mechanism will keep him up, his tower's already dead, Sharky hexed up, Dream Coil there as well, he gets forced up to safety for the moment, but is it actually gonna work? He turns on his BKB, but nope, he'll die, together with his Visage, he'll buy back though, Chibix will be back here in a Sharky will be back here in the moment as Nature's Prophet gets picked up by Yamate, who blinks away with his BKB. Nobody that can take him down or stop him from teleporting out. That's 2 for 1. 3 for 1 actually with the buyback on the Nature Stalker. And Nature's Prophet buys back as well. That means 5 heroes here First Departure, 3 up for Orange.
And Black Hole's going to be up in 5 seconds too, so they're going to have a lot of team fight still available for them as they go for this push. And there's not really anything on the side of Orange. They don't have any ultimates, and they're kind of just waiting, watching as their barracks fall.
Yeah, they have to just try to delay them, but don't not fight them. Sharky gets hexed up, will get stunned up as well. Is there going to be enough damage? The arrow will fly, the Starstorm comes out. Right-click damage is not really just not enough, though. We should be able to run away in just a moment. It's time. There comes a Black Hole. That's going to be catching 3 heroes off Orange. They won't die, but they will be forced back. Barracks on the range Rex still standing. Yamate still gets stunned up. They can't go in on it either. That's a range Rex down. That's First Departure living through it all. And Puck? Oh, thank you. He backs out as well with the orb. That's gonna be another set of Rex down. First Departure. They're on their way to the 3rd game.
Yeah, it's looking like this game is pretty much over. That was another really awkward black hole from Lubby. Just really good play by Elder Titan. Managed to get the stomp off and put both Puck and Marana to sleep, and then the black hole came out, so they were not able to deal any damage during it. So he hasn't really had a great black hole this entire game.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen some nice black holes, but just no damage coming through. That's basically the problem in this case.
Yeah, the timing has just not really been there. It's his team hasn't been in really the spot. And I mean, that last one was Lovey just maybe going a little too early. He had an opportunity to get a big one, but there was no one there to back him up again.
Yeah, we've got ourselves another Roshan soon, by the way. Just about 20 seconds time, rather. Not 20 minutes. Duh. And it looks like Orange is already setting up for taking it down. They have the nighttime still for the moment, but
Dire's middle tower.
I wonder how long it lasts. They smoke up. They're gonna have to deal with the tier 4 tower under siege in the meantime by creeps. Smoke has already popped up. They go for it. Pillow's on, and that will be one dead puck. And Roshan is up. So perhaps Orange wants to take this.
It definitely creates an advantage for them to try and go for the Roshan, but I don't know that the Aegis even does that much here. They've been losing the fights pretty handily, even with some buybacks, and with both the top and the bottom lane exposed, they don't really have a lot of time.
Yeah, especially now that Shibix is trying to split push. He has got Manta Style too if he wants to. There is no fortification, and this could be a tier 4 tower dead. Where is your teleports, Orange? They might be able to take a tier 2 tower in the mid, but not right now. Nature's Prophet also helping with the split push. They're trying to interrupt the teleports. As Queen of Pain teleports already interrupted. Still have Elder Titan making his way over as well as Ling. As we're gonna almost see a tier 4 tower drop. 2 fights at the same time. BKB's turned on, but they're just trying to delay here, trying to juke. Not trying to do anything else. Tier 4 drops. That's a naked barracks right there, as they will be able to pick up the Rubik. Alchemist able to get in with the stun there. Perhaps they can find themselves a Night Stalker as well. He pops another darkness.
Regeneration.
Yamate, the haste rune, making his way back to base. Won't be stunned though. I mean, this is scary with the naked throne.
With Nature's Prophet on the other team, they can't even really leave their base now unless he's dead, and
yeah,
it's really easy for Hana to just play a safe game and split push when he needs to, never really overextend. There aren't that many disables, so if he just goes like a BKB at this point, I think Orange can't even do anything.
Oh, Yamate blinks himself in, gets stunned up, gets hexed up, forced up into safety. Perhaps it's enough. In comes Sharky trying to help out, slowing down Kai, but he is going to be too tanky to take down. Oh, that's the black hole.
Airball.
Yep. Orange does back themselves up. I mean, Rubik is still dead for another second. Oh, the arrow actually still hits upon Winter. Visage died for that, and actually it's First Departure that's diving the base right here. They could have gone for the Rex, but they go for the fight instead, and that will actually cost them an Alchemist and an Evoker and a Puck, and they're not done just yet. Timex picked up as well, but Creeps win the game. It is a throne that falls. The GG gets called. First Departure has forced out a third game here from Orange in the semi-finals of the Rapture Gaming League. I normally ask outplayed or outpicked. I would say outplayed.
Yeah, I don't think First Departure had a lineup that was definitely going to get better as the game went on, but Orange had ample opportunity to take control of this game in the mid game. They just didn't ever really gain the traction they needed to. So it was really smart play by First Departure, I think, to just kind of avoid it.
Yeah, and a weird idea to trade two tier 4 towers for absolutely nothing, because I didn't actually get that tier 2 tower mid in the end. But yeah, we are going to see ourselves the third game, so stick with us. We'll be right back with Game 3 of First Departure versus Orange. One of the two teams will move on to the Grand Finals tomorrow, and the other one will be moving on to the third place decider tomorrow. Yes, that's it. We'll be right back.